Hi guys, it's Marc Zicree of Space Command, also known as Mr. Sci-Fi, and some amazing news, lots of interesting things to talk about. First of all, our Space Command star, Doug Jones, who plays Dorn Nevin in Space Command, and is in many of the Space Command adventures, including the 2-hour one we just filmed, and so forth, and the one I'm writing now, or rewriting, I should say. He's just been cast as one of the leads in the new Star Trek TV show, Star Trek Discovery. He'll be playing an alien. And so that's really wonderful because, again, the more we can cross promote, the more we get people knowing about Doug and knowing about our other actors. Interestingly enough, one of the other actors cast as one of the leads in Star Trek Discovery is Anthony Rapp. Now, Anthony Rapp is an actor that I wrote a lead for in Lazarus Man, a guest role in an episode that I wrote when I was a producer on that show, an episode I wrote called Panorama. And Anthony was sort of playing a 19th century Western version of young Orson Welles, and he was terrific. And the next job he did immediately after Lazarus Man was starring in Rent on Broadway, and he became a huge sensation, deservedly so. And so I think he's going to be terrific in Star Trek. Meanwhile, we're continuing to move forward on visual effects for Space Command for the first 2-hour episode, Redemption. We're editing now the rough cut of Forgiveness, the second 2-hour story of which we've shot 30 minutes. Now, here's an interesting thing. If any of you are interested in buying shares in Space Command, if you buy 2 shares at $7,500 each, we can pull the trigger on Tobias Richter, the wonderful VFX master Tobias Richter, doing an amazing sequence for Space Command. So that would be terrific, because what I'm going to start doing, we're generating a list of all of the 1,900 visual effects shots to be done in those first 2 hours, and I'm going to start a campaign called Adopt a Shot. Now, assuming that each VFX shot is $300 or $400 or more, depending on how complicated it is, people can go on Patreon, they can buy shares. There's a number of ways. We're also going to have a crowdfunding campaign. There's a number of ways they can either adopt a shot or actually do a shot if they have skills in visual effects and compositing and After Effects and Cinema 4D Max or Lightwave or Maya. So, but if anyone has been interested in buying shares and wants to buy 2 of them, we can say to Tobias, go for it, and it'll be a wonderful sequence with our actors and the Paladin and all of these things. So step by step, sequence by sequence, scene by scene, we're completing the 2 hours. And the more of it we complete, the more evidence we have to convince the networks to buy the show. And now we are actively meeting with the networks. We are actively in conversation. We're getting very, very good response. And it's just finding that right partner. Interestingly enough, certain companies are starting up or hoping to start up their own science fiction networks. And so this is also something we've been in the discussion phase about, where Space Command might be the flagship show of their network. So many of you know that Fox sort of got on the map with X-Files, and Buffy put the WB on the map, and the UPN had DS9 and so forth. So often, and even P10, that Warner Brothers quasi-network that started up some years ago and then ended, Babylon 5 was sort of their flagship show. So science fiction shows are often the flagship shows that networks hang their hats on. I mean, you look at Game of Thrones and Westworld with HBO right now. So, and of course Walking Dead on AMC. So that's about it for now. But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick check-in on all of these wonderful things. Space Command, I'm reading through Maya Bonhoeff's manuscript of the Space Command novel. I'm going to be giving her notes. We're moving ahead with that. And as I said, I'm rewriting Great Solar War now, the 3rd Space Command film. And a lot of amazing things are happening. So talk to you all soon. Thanks for everything. It's really appreciated. And if you want to find out more about Space Command shares, just email me at marczicree@gmail.com or call me at 323-363-1259. And of course, you can always subscribe to the Space Command YouTube channel. So we'll talk to you.